Alright guys, we're out here on a job. We got to replace this skylight here on this roof. This is a 25 by 25 with a 22 by 22 opening on the inside. I'll show you guys what we're dealing with. You can see here, we got to scrape up all the butyl or all the lap sealant, the butyls underneath, get this removed, clean it up and put a new one down. So that's what we're doing today. We're just going to be using these plastic scrapers here. That's what we're going to use to peel this up. You don't want them too sharp, you don't want to mess up your roof, so you really got to take that caution until you get down to the screws. And that's what we're going to do today, is just get that cleaned up and replace this. Thought I'd bring you guys along for a quick video on how to do it. You can see here in the corners we got cracks going on in the corners, so this has been leaking for a little bit, but we're going to take care of that today. We got a new one from RV Guard. We will I'll show you that when we get to it, but let's get over here and get this going. Alright guys, this is the step we're at so far. We got the pile. It comes up fairly easy as long as your butyl's not terrible. And we're just going to scrape along like this. You guys can see it. Alright, like that until we get to the next screw. We're pretty much just clearing the screws so we can pull all the screws out all the way around and lift this up. Then we can clean up this edge and get ready for the new one. So that's what we're just going to do. Continue going around like this. Keep scraping this up. Hope you guys can hear me a little better. I forgot to put the mic on when I first started. But here we go. See, it's coming up pretty good. We're just going to go around and do that whole thing all the way around this. So this is all clean and ready for the new one. That way we don't have any leaks. These jobs aren't terrible hard to do. They're just time consuming, especially when it's 90 degrees out. But we'll get all that, and then I'll show you how we get up underneath it. We're going to use the same thing to pry up underneath the edge of here and release that, because there's usually butyl tape around there, or there should be. If not, we're putting butyl under ours, but that'll help lift it up off of there, and we can just set the new one in place after we clean the edge, and then put some alcohol, clean it with alcohol, and be ready to go. But we'll stay at it, make our pile bigger. All right guys, we have scraped off I think all we're going to need to, maybe a little more in that corner, but we're going to get to each one of these screws. Now if this is your first time doing one of these, or first time it's been replaced, the screws are probably going to be the Robertson type bits, which are the square headed bits. It's probably going to be those. If it's been replaced after that at some point, it could be Phillips, but make sure you have both of them up here with you so you don't have to go up and down when you're trying to get all these screws out. So that's all we're going to do. We're just going to go around and just pull each one of these out all the way around. There's a bunch in there. The new one does come with some screws. Keep that in mind when you're doing this. Whoop. So we're just going to go around and get the rest of these all off of here, all the way around. Then we'll pry this up with our chisel, our plastic chisel, really easily. I mean, this one's pretty brittle, it might break up, but we just got to clean that edge where the new one's going to sit, and then we'll be on our way to putting the new one on. So here we go. All right, we have all the screws out of this. Now we're just going to try to get a corner and pry up. But one thing you might realize sometimes when you lift these up, you might see a hole in the rubber part of your roof. I've done a couple of these and there was already holes in the rubber underneath this. I mean, it's sealed up obviously, but the rubber did have a hole where it shouldn't have. So keep that in mind if you're doing it and you see one. But that's all we're going to try to do, is get under these corners just like that. You guys can see that. Then we're going to go around and do that whole thing. Try to keep it from breaking into a bunch of different pieces. But all the way around, you're just going to do that all the way around. Just like that. So I'm going to continue doing that all the way around, and then I'll put you guys back on when we go to lift this up so we can see what we see. But it's just a little time consuming getting under there. Make sure you don't push too hard, because you don't want to put a hole in that rubber roof yourself. So go as flat as you can with your chisel when you're doing this, and then just pry it up. So we're going to continue. All right, we pried up around here. Once you get it going so far, you can just lift up. You can see you can lift right up now. See that? Here's where the butyl is supposed to be around the edge. This one's pretty light on butyl. There is some down around there, which is still pretty pliable, so that's nice. So our new butyl can help seal that a little bit better. And then this should take care of that leak that they did have here in this corner. But we're just gonna lift this up, clean up more of that edge, and we can get the butyl tape underneath our new one. And then we put lap sealant on here. And then seal up these whole edges on the new one. So, all right guys, we're to the point where we're going to be getting ready to put our new piece on. They come with a film on the outside edge of it. You'll see no refund if film is removed. That's fine, because what we're gonna do, we gotta put the butyl on the back side of this. Now don't be shocked if, like your new one, the holes on your new one don't line up with the holes where the old one was, because 9 times out of 10 it's not going to. So we're just gonna set this here, then we're gonna get our butyl and just put it around all the way around this thing. Make sure it's right over the center of the holes. We use the Dicor butyl. This one happens to be black, but they do have gray. I know some people are saying, oh, the black's for windows. There are some that are strictly for windows, but this one is not. You can check the link down below. It's for all this stuff. It's for the RV stuff, but we're gonna put it right over the center of those holes, flip it up, put it down, screw it down, and then get our lap sealant on there. And then we can peel that film off at the end. Gives you kind of a reward. Oh, it's almost kind of cool like this though, isn't it? It's kind of like, it'd be like a bird bath or a fish tank or something, so you can see it from the roof. Kind of cool, something different. But let's get the butyl on here and then we'll get going. All right, we got our butyl down over top of the holes. Now we're just peeling the paper off. One thing with the butyl, when you're in the sun, it gets really, really mushy. So try to keep your butyl in the shade. Because yeah, you'll see it'll stick to the paper, so you're gonna have to roll it off, lift it straighter up. There you go. Then we got this last one here. And then we're ready to flip this over. And then we're just gonna get it in where it fit, and then we're just gonna put the screws down. You'll see that stuff start to squirt out when you do it. And then our lap sealant's gonna seal up the rest of it. But we're getting it. Yeah, I got this side. Let me know how you guys are liking the shot. We got the new camera, shooting in 4K, 60 frames, just to try to get some better shots for you guys. But here we go. We got that. You could look evenly inside. You could kind of see through it to see where the edge of the wood is. So we're good on both sides. So our screws are going to catch wood all the way around there. We're just going to take like I mentioned, it came with screws. They're like self-tapping little Phillips head screws. You can put these in if you want. I mean, I might, but these ones weren't bad either. These are the Robinson bit ends, but they're basically the same thing, just different heads. So decide which ones you want to use. You can put those in, and that's how you're going to mount this. And then, like I said, I'll show you how we do the lap sealant all around that whole edge, and we'll get this thing sealed up and ready to go. All right, guys, we got our stuff screwed down. We put a little weight on the outside. You can see where the butyl's pushing through all the way around. Now we're just going around giving this a quick wipe off, a clean off with some alcohol. On this particular roof, it was coated with like that thin, like Henry's roof coating. That's why you see it looking like that. So it's not something you can really take off. But besides, the lap sealant will stick to that pretty good. Now, before you go to put your lap sealant on here, you're gonna wanna peel that film off, because you want the lap sealant to stick to the skylight, not the film. So remember that, don't forget to peel that off. Matter of fact, we'll just do it now. Ah, nice, looks beautiful. Now we'll just get our lap sealant. Our lap sealant will go all the way around this edge. Make sure you cover the screws. You wanna make sure you got enough for your edge, and then put dots or spots over all the screws. You want to seal the screws in.
You don't want no water.
Yeah, you want nothing in there. You want it perfectly sealed off, so we don't have any of that issue. Now for that, we're using the Dicor self-leveling lap sealant. There's a bunch of different products on the market. So far, I've had fairly good luck with this, but there are a couple I've been, testing with, and we'll see how they go. There's a couple other channels that are testing some. You should go check those guys out too. But so far, this is what we got. This is what's working. And we're using our DeWalt powered caulk gun. This is nice because, especially for bigger areas where you're putting out a lot, you don't want to keep pushing that thing. This will do it. The only issue I found with this is there's very little left in the tube, but this won't get it. You're still going to need your other caulk gun to get, like, I don't know, not much. So you're still going to need your regular one to get the last little bit out so you don't waste any. But I'd rather have the speed on this anyway. So let me get this set up and then we'll start squirting some Dicor. All right guys, here we go. We're just putting the lap seal on and you can see that. Getting a nice bead, especially under the edge of it. You want no water penetration at all. You can come over on this a little bit more. This levels itself, but you can use like a wet finger or something and lay it down a little better. But that's all we're gonna do all the way around here. There you go. That's what I mean by the power one's nice. And it has auto pullback. And then we're gonna get every one of those screws when we're done with this edge. So he's gonna be handing that off to me here in a minute. And we'll get going. We're gonna finish that all the way around. Stop right there. Show them what we mean on the screws. We're gonna make sure each one of the screws are covered good. That's enough because it does lay flat. Go to the next one. There you go. That's all gonna lay flat on its own, so that's good right now. So that's what we're gonna continue to do all the way around here until we get this sealed. And you can see how this is laying out already, how wide that got. That's what we're wanting. We're gonna continue on with that and we'll be good to go. All right guys, we pretty much got this all sealed up. It used about three tubes of lap sealant for this size, and this is a 25 by 25 on the outside. And I mean, technically it could use a little more. I'm gonna try to get the rest out of this. I just try to make it even on each side, just to make it better. One thing I do, because they got a raised lip, it holds water. I try to, over here in the corner, you can see where I kind of put in a little path for water to go out. Just makes it so it doesn't hold as much water. I mean, it's always gonna hold a little, but if you sealed it right, shouldn't be no problem. So, but there it is, looks great. Shouldn't have any more leaks in this area. There's a couple other issues up here we gotta address, like this broken vent right here. They just turned to like powder. So that needs to be replaced. And then while we're up here, we're checking like the seals around these skylights and stuff. We put a little here because it did need it, but you can see it's starting to crack. So when you're up here, make sure you always check out your stuff and we'll get everything done. So pretty much this job is done. We're waiting for more lap sealant to come today, and then we're gonna do around these skylights and stuff like that, or these vents. But other than that, everything else is looking fairly decent up here and that vent. So hope that you guys found this useful, helpful, anything at all. If you're thinking about doing this job or wanting to pay somebody, it's really not that hard. You could do it yourself as long as you're comfortable being up on a roof or ladder or anything like that. It'd take you a couple hours probably. You don't have to use the powered caulk gun. I mean, I like to. You could use the other one. That definitely save you some money that way. And then make sure you definitely get your plastic scrapers. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Try something new.